Nice to see you again. It's Erica, and we're going to do a pick a card reading. So, this reading is going to be, what is your next major breakthrough? What is the next major breakthrough that's coming to you in your life? All right, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So stop here and feel what is being pulled. What is drawing you? Okay? So let's go ahead and go to pile number 1. Pile number 1, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is interesting to have an Ace of Wands reversed as the next best thing or the next breakthrough that's coming. But maybe it feels like saying, like, almost like slow down. You might be working on a project or working on something, and it's saying slow down. What you think is going to come is not going to come. It's actually something else that is coming for you that's going to be like your next breakthrough. So let's get a clarifier. Let's get 2. Let's see. Interesting. Lovers. And the 10 of Cups in reverse. This is interesting. It's almost like more of a warning than a, like, straight, like, just telling you what's going to happen. Or, like, something. It's interesting that instead of it being like a straightforward, like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, it's almost like a warning of, be careful of going this way, because that way is not really the way. So I feel like it could be in a business, in a partnership, in a relationship, in a friendship, that you feel, and does have kind of heavy relationship, like you might have just started seeing somebody and you thought it was like going to really help you and you feel connected. But I feel like it's almost going to put you on the right path. This is going to course correct you. So something new that has started not too long ago, or something that would stop, start, something that seemed fickle. And I feel like deep down you kind of knew something was off, but you really didn't want to believe it because, like, on paper it looked good. And you thought maybe you were just being crazy or you were being triggered. But I feel like something that has started not too long ago, and that is some type of relationship, partnership, friendship, is not going to be what you hoped, but it's going to lead you to where you want to go. You know, it's going to be your stepping stone. Clarify this situation more for my pile number 1. It's interesting because that came up while I was shuffling too. The 6 of Wands in reverse. So we have wands. Something creative, something passionate. That's what this is surrounding. Again, relationship, ideas, something that you might have got a spark of an idea and you're like, hey, we should do this with somebody, to create some kind of partnership. And I feel like it's going to fall flat. Like you really hoped it was going to be great, but it's not going to give you that emotional fulfillment. I feel like it's almost going to show you a side of yourself that you didn't know was there. You kind of have to take a step back, kind of go within, kind of withdraw, like communication. Don't be a hermit for a little bit and understand where you think you need somebody to help you to accomplish something, but you really don't. Or you think you're looking for a relationship, but you're really not. Like you're almost looking for that other side of yourself or the contentment within yourself. And so it's like what you're really looking for is really been inside you all along. That classic thing to say. But I mean, it really does seem like it applies here. Let's go ahead and give me 2 cards. So what is the major breakthrough? What is the major breakthrough for pile number 1? Okay, they understand where they're not going, so where are they going? We get heart chakra, sexuality issues, prayer, and sacral. That's super interesting. Sacral is like intimacy with people. It doesn't have to be sexual intimacy, but it does have to do with intimacy with people. You can have sex, but without a balanced sacral, it's not going to be like intimate, vulnerable sex, you know? Heart chakra and prayer. I really feel like you've been praying for the one, the right, quote unquote, one to come along. Again, it could be business, but I'm feeling more relationship. And I feel like with this new relationship, new partnership happening, that when you get disappointed, when you figure out it's not what you really wanted, or the person's not what you really thought, or it just doesn't give you, like, it's like almost having an orgasm and then it just going away. It's just like such a letdown and disappointment. I feel like in a way that's how you're going to feel, where it's just like, fuck, I did all that for what? But instead of you being sad or depressed, I feel like you retreat a little bit and you realize you've been having vulnerability issues. You've been having perhaps like maybe you've had a low libido, or you haven't really been able to like orgasm, or something going on that you feel like your sex life's been off. And I think it has to do with your heart and your sacral chakra. And with prayer, I feel like it's almost like you might have prayed about like, what's wrong with me? What's going on? Why can't I meet a person I like? Why can't I ever just, like, am I never going to settle down, or am I never going to find somebody that is worth my time? Blah, blah, blah. I feel like those were like prayers. And it might help to have a prayer life, and you don't have to pray to a specific deity if you don't want to. You can do universal, spirit, universe, universal consciousness, whatever. Or you can find a deity maybe that revolves around these issues. So I feel like your next big breakthrough is you finding out why you're kind of standoffish, why you're kind of cold, why you can't really open up to people, why you can't really give your heart. You might have been hurt in the past, and that hurt has caused like a shutdown within you emotionally. And so your heart and sacral chakra are off balance, and it's causing issues in your sex life, but also just being intimate with people, vulnerable, being able to tap into your heart really and show that side of you. So that's really interesting. So what will come out of this? What will be the big blessing that will come out of this breakthrough? Give me 2 cards. What will be is that 2? That's 3. Well, you get 3. So what would be the big blessing? Mercury, stop procrastinating, and silence is needed. I feel like because of you kind of digging into yourself, or like this kind of shadow work, it's really going to put some clarity onto a lot of things you've been thinking about. Maybe even plans you've been wanting to start, and you're finally going to stop procrastinating because it's almost like maybe you're like a heart blockage or your sacral blockage is like almost stifled your creativity or stifled like your passion in life. You felt stuck in life lately where you want to do stuff, you want to be creative, you want to travel, you want to do this, you want to start a blog, but you've just felt this block within you that has just kind of kept you in a rut. And again, so silence is needed. We have, the Eight of Wands reverse with the Six of Wands reverse. What is the Two of Wands? I think the Two of Wands is when he is looking at like the sea or the ocean. But it's kind of like, what do I want? What do you really want? I think being in silence, kind of retreating a little bit, you're going to figure out what you really want. And you're going to figure out how to go about it. And I feel like you working out these issues, these sacral and heart chakra issues, are going to like free up almost like bandwidth within you. Like if you've been really tired, I feel like it's going to help you have the energy to do what you want because you're not being drained of energy anymore. That makes sense. All right, I want to get one angel card for you. Angels, what do you have to say to my pile number one? Give a right now word for my pile number one. One card, please. So we have moon cycles. Archangel Haniel. Maybe you may want to work with her. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations. Capitalize upon these cycles. So maybe pay attention to see like if you get more moody during certain moon cycles. But prayer, definitely use the moon cycles to pray or manifest during those certain times. Whatever you really, really, really want to come true, whatever breakthrough you've been hoping and praying for, use the moon cycles. Research it. I'm sure there's so many YouTube videos on it. I actually have a book on it, but I don't have it near me right now. But it's how to use the moon, like moon magic. Look into it. Especially if you're female too. Oh yeah. So, last but not least, I'm going to use my pendulum to answer one yes or no question. So I want you to close your eyes and think of a question. Has to be a simple question where it's a solid yes or no. Okay, so you have that question. All right, this is going to be no as it goes north to south, and west to east is going to be yes. All right. What is the answer for their question? Is it yes or no? All right. So it's moving side to side, so that means yes. Okay. Well, pile number one, I hope that helps you, and I hope to see you back here. Take care. All right, pile number two. You had the Fool. Your next breakthrough is going to be something brand fucking new. Something like wiping the slate clean. Some of you could be moving. Some of you could be starting a new job, new relationship, new social circle, or just working towards like ditching old plans, old ideas, and working towards something new. Refreshed and renewed. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Give me two cards to clarify the Fool for my pile number twos. All right. I hate that it landed like that because I don't know which way to take it. Let me see. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take it this way. I don't really see the Five of Swords as a bad card. I personally think it's a good card. It's kind of being like, I'm the victor. Fuck y'all. I have 3 swords and y'all won't even come to take the other 2 because I'll bust you up. You know? And I like how he has the green, like he's wearing red, then has green over it. So to me, that symbolizes like red, root chakra, security, stability. He has learned to be secure and stable within himself. That cultivates, that deep down self-esteem that makes you secure in life. And then, so he was able to also lead with his heart, green heart chakra. It is something magical about a person that is really secure and stable in their life. They're not in survival mode, but then also in a healthy way, they're in touch with their emotions. And they can understand like gut instinct, but also like intuition and just like following your heart and stuff like that. And I think it's like a dangerous combination, like I said. So it's kind of like, I feel like that's why he was a badass. Because he is that dangerous combination, right? So maybe you're becoming more outspoken. You're becoming more secure in yourself. You're becoming more secure in, you're like trusting yourself to move into new directions. You're trusting yourself into doing different things because 5 is the number of change. So you have the Fool to the 5. So something is starting over and the way that you go about things are completely changing. And with the Moon here, so that's 2 major arcana. It's interesting. So with the Moon here, I feel like it comes from a very subconscious space, from a very, like you might have a lot of dreams or like information comes to you. You could be psychic in a sense. And it's like leading you to a transformation. There's something just deep within you that's just leading you to do something new. You feel like you need to go. You need to do something. Like destiny's calling almost. And you're answering the call 100%. What is this call to destiny for my pile number 2? Now it's interesting. Again, major and then a minor. Now it's interesting they came out reversed. You got the Star reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. I think your call to destiny is to be almost like a star, to be in the forefront of your space, whether it be your social space or your career or like social justice or whatever that like lights you up, whatever's your passion. I feel like you're supposed to be in the front, but you might be really afraid to put yourself out there. And also, I feel like you're supposed to be like abundance is yours. And I feel like you're almost going to show other people how to take care of themselves as well. Like self-care, how to take care of yourself. And like the more you take care of yourself and love yourself, like the world will take care of you and love you back, It's kind of like the whole thing of when you stop thinking about the money you're spending and just spend money freely, not like crazy, obviously do within your budget, but when you stop worrying about money, money comes back to you because there's not that like tension on it. And I feel like that's part of like what you're learning is to let go of worrying about money, worrying about where am I going to live? What am I going to do? I'm not happy with my life right now. How do I go about this? How do I go about that? Like, you're going to be successful in whatever you decide to do. You're going to be and you're not going to have to be forceful about it. With the queen energy here, I feel like it's going to be you're going to learn how to attract it to you. So it's going to be a passive almost takeover, not a forceful one, which is really the way I like to do things. It's really interesting. So let me go ahead and get 2 clarifier cards. Clarify the breakthrough for my pile number 2. Interesting. Clarify the breakthrough for my pile number 2. Okay. I love when I say give me 1 card. It's like, nope, you get 2. Interesting. So we have connect with your spirit guides, rituals and magic, and know your value. So like that ties with the Queen of Pentacles. You have to know your value in order to make money. The more you value yourself, the more you value your time, the more that you will stop receiving less than what you deserve. The more that you will invest in yourself. The more that you will stop, I'm not going to say wasting your time, but the more that you will put time into investing in yourself rather than wasting away that time. There's nothing wrong with some relaxation and kind of just doing nothing, but I feel like you're the kind of person that wants more out of life. And knowing your value, you're going to not expect more out of yourself, but you're going to want more for yourself. Connect with your spirit guides. Whatever kind of you might have gotten away from your spiritual practice. I feel like, it's kind of bringing you back to it. Your spirit guides want to chit chat again and be a part of your life again. When I used to be Christian, it was interesting because my pastor, I'd be like, how do you talk to God? Because she has some psychic abilities. But of course, like they call them prophets in Christianity. But she was powerful. Like she was always right. She was always right. But it's hilarious because it was so weird. People would follow her for the answer to questions, and once they got it, they would leave because they didn't want to do the work. But anyway, so I asked her how do you talk to God? How do you commune with God? She was like, you just start talking to him. You just start talking to him. Act like they're a friend. And in Christianity, I learned a lot about working with my own intuition, working with my own higher self. It was really interesting. So if you don't know how to talk to your spirit guides or connect with them, literally just start talking to them like they're sitting in the corner. Pretend they're in the corner and just start having a conversation with you. And eventually they will start giving you signs and they will start trying to interact with you. I mean, not in a creepy way though. Rituals and magic. Manifest. I feel like that's going to help your next breakthrough. Wherever you're trying to go, whatever you're trying to reach, that's going to boost it. And I will say, not everybody has to do rituals and magic. It is definitely what is at your level and what's good for you. I know some people that are just so crazy in their belief in themselves. They don't need to do any kind of spells or anything. They can really just say it and it happens, and it's the most crazy thing on earth. But I personally just enjoy the whole magic of getting rituals together and getting the whole theatrics of it all. Really, I love the theatrics. So, and it helps kind of put me in that mood and makes the resistance easier. So you want to go somewhere, try some rituals and magic. All right, let me get a message from your angels. Give me a message for my pile number 2. Angels. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael, you are a powerful, loving, creative child of God. You are very loved. Yeah. So I think that's like a big part of almost being scared to stand out, or maybe being scared to put yourself out there. You really think like, well, who the fuck am I? Like, I'm just another person. The world would have never been changed if people thought of like that, like, not saying you're going to be the next Gandhi, but whatever you want to do in this lifetime, whatever you want to do to contribute to the world and humanity, like, you have to remember, like, we are all divine beings, but the ones that make a difference are the ones that remember that and remember they have the power to change their destiny or their fate or whatever, Every day you have the choice to remain the same or be different. So it's all up to you. And that's pretty cool in itself. So before we go, I want you to ask one yes or no question. And this has to be a very plain, clear, cut, and dry yes or no question. All right? So have it in your head. And the pendulum, when it swings this way, north to south, it's no. When it swings west to east, side to side, it's yes. All right? So ready? What is the answer to pile number 2's question? Is it yes or no? All right, so for pile number 2, it's going to be no. All right, I hope that helps, pile number 2. Hope to see you again. Take care. All right, pile number 3. Your card is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. So something is coming in fast and furious. But not with Vin Diesel, though, because that'd be weird. All right, clarify this Knight of Wands. What is the next big breakthrough for my pile number 3? Ooh, 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 ooh. Fuck. Sorry. That's crazy. You have the 10 of Swords to the 9 of Swords. I mean, which is good. If shit has been out of control lately. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. Your next big breakthrough is kind of like, good things are going to just start happening again. Like, shit could have been really awful for the past while. 3-6 months, whatever. And it's caused you a lot of anxiety, stress. You couldn't sleep at night. That's going to be really great for you. I feel like whatever has happened, like, finally things are over. The dawn is coming. And with the 9 of Swords reverse, it's like that depression, anxiety are leaving. It's really good. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. 4 of Swords reverse, 9 of Cups reverse. It's a possibility that you could have, I don't know why. For some of you, you've been out of a job. I feel like for some of you, you've been out of a job for a while, or you're working a job you really don't like, and it's caused a lot of shit. You could have been going through financial situations because, like I said, of not having a job, or like you're not making enough. And I feel like you're coming out of that, and it's going to be quick. It's going to come out of nowhere. You're going to get a job offer out of nowhere. You're going to get an idea out of nowhere. You're going to get a plan out of nowhere. Like something really good is coming out of nowhere, and it's going to be fast, and it's going to solve your problems like almost feels like overnight. And it's going to be something you're going to be busy again. Or whatever's coming is going to it's going to make you busy again. And I feel like it's not going to be like the end game. Like it's not your 10 of Pentacles, but it's close. But you know that you don't want this just for yourself. You want it for you and somebody else. Like, or you want to share this good stuff with somebody. It's really interesting. With you, I'm having to clarify a lot. Got a lot of crazy cards. 5 of Cups with the Strength reverse. It's a lot of yellow and black. So yeah, like I feel like you've had a rough period of, you've gone through it. You have gone through it. And you feel like you can't do it anymore. Like you're at the end of your rope. And again, it's just like the midnight hour. Help comes. Like right when you think things, like you can't handle it anymore. You can't take it anymore. Like things change. Let's see. What is the blessing that pile 3 is going to receive from this next big breakthrough? Give me 2 cards. Okay. Damn, what the fuck are y'all going through? Physical or spiritual poverty, guard your energy based on sex, third party situation. Okay. So if you single out here in these streets, I think you're going to really realize that not being selective about the people that you sleep with is almost like not putting bad juju on you, but it's like, it's not helping either. I feel like part of the physical poverty is because of like possibly the people that you're having sex with. So third party situation, don't automatically assume somebody's cheating. It could be, but please use at your own discretion. Like don't take tarot as a be all, because for somebody it might be right, but not for everybody. Everybody, it has multiple meanings. But I feel like if you don't feel like if somebody is putting you as a priority, that could be a friendship, that could be a relationship, that could even be a job. If you feel like you're third wheeling it out there, it's not for you. You got to guard your energy for this next chapter in your life, because I feel like you're about to be a lot busier, because you're going to be doing something. First of all, if you've been waiting for a job, you're going to have one. Or if you've been waiting for an idea to make money, you're about to get one. Or if you're going to be waiting for somewhere to move, you got accepted. Like your application got accepted, or your mortgage loan got whatever. It's been accepted. So now it's time to work. So you need to guard your energy. You need to guard your energy for this next chapter. Again, be very careful of the people that you sleep with and the people that you give your energy and time to. I feel like, I definitely had to cut a lot of people out of my life because they were negative people. Yeah, I wasn't sleeping with them, but they were in my energy field, and like attracts like, So you got to really do a hardcore assessment of the people that are in your life, and Are they helping you move forward or not? All right. Can you give any advice for pile number 3? New person. Jesus Christ. If you're seeing somebody right now, I would probably move on. if you've been thinking about it already. Like, this is your sign. You're looking at the symptoms and not the root cause. Lion. That's interesting. You might be dealing with a Leo. If you are with somebody and it's a weird situation or bad situation. But again, like, if bad stuff keeps happening in your life, you got to take a step back and not be like, oh, well, it's bad luck or whatever. Like, something's causing these things to happen, whether it's a physical thing or an energetic thing. You really got to look at the patterns, you know? All right. Give me one card for an angel message for my pile number 3. Give me one card, angels. What message do you have for my pile number 3? Oh, so it might be a career. We have career transition. Archangel Chamuel. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So that's another thing of you're looking at the symptoms and not the root cause. I mean, all this stuff is because you're on the wrong path and you need to get on the right path because your life purpose is so much more, or your life purpose is just something different. It's interesting because we have a fire here and then strength with a lion, and you get lion. What does that mean, Spirit? Almost kind of like embrace the lion within yourself. Don't let yourself be intimidated and thinking like, I don't belong here, or I don't deserve this, or you need to know who you are to such a degree where you won't accept anything less than what you deserve, right? And it's not being selfish or egotistical or cocky or arrogant. No, it's just literally, you know who you are and you're not going to settle for less. And that's it. All right, before we leave, we're going to ask a yes or no question with the pendulum. Go ahead and think about the question now. Make sure it's a clear, cut, and dry question. It's going to have to be yes or no, nothing, where it could be a maybe. All right. If you have the question, with the pendulum moving this way, north to south, it means no. But it moving side to side, west to east, or east to west, it's going to be yes. All right, pendulum. What is the answer to pile 3's question? Yes or no? And we have a yes. So whatever the question is, it's a yes. All right. I hope that helps. And I hope to see you again. And you guys take care.